Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Abiola. You can also call me Master B. Today, this is a continuation of the last topic. In the last topic, I talked about article. So today is the continuation such of the topic. In the last topic, I discussed article, what the role article plays in a sentence. And I also talk about definite article. Today I'm going to continue. Today I'll be looking at indefinite article. Indefinite article. When talking about indefinite article, we are simply talking about he, and we are talking about han. When I mean han, I mean an. Indefinite article, we are talking about he. That is letter he. That is an indefinite article. Then second indefinite article I'll be talking on today is han. That is he, hen. Now, what is the role of indefinite article? Indefinite article refers non-specific noun in a sentence, or it refers general noun in a sentence. It tells you that a noun is non-specific in a sentence, or tells you that a noun is a general noun in a sentence. And how can we use this indefinite article? We can use it in a situation we are referring to a group of things of the same kind. Group of things of the same kind. What do I mean? For example, when you say, I need a pencil. I need a pencil. From the statement, I need a pencil, it means any pencil will do. No specific pencil is being mentioned, just any pencil. It means it could be a blue pencil, it could be a black pencil, it could be A&D pencil, it could also be C&J pencil. But the bottom line is that any pencil is being asked of. That is why the statement says, I need a pencil. Another way we can also use indefinite article, it is when we mention a noun in a statement for the very first time. For instance, an old man sat on the bench. An old man sat on the bench. An old man sat on the bench. The han article refers to a noun man. Refers to a noun man. It refers to a noun old man. So that is another way we can also use indefinite article. Another way we can use indefinite article, it is when we refer to someone's profession. It is when someone's profession is being referred to. For instance, she is a doctor. An engineer is here. An engineer is here. So we can use it when refer to someone's profession. So I hope up to this moment you are moving, or you are getting along with this topic indefinite article. And further on, how do we now use, how will you know it is article A we are going to use for a noun, or han, it is article han you use for a noun? You'll be able to know this when the first letter of the word or of the noun that allows the article sound either in a vowel sound or consonant sound. When we talk about vowel sound, we are talking about A, E, I, O, U. For instance, when you want to use article han before a noun, you have the word egg. The word egg, you can see the letters E, G, G, egg. Is going to be an egg. You are not going to say a egg. It will be an egg. But most important things here, you should note that the noun that allows the article, the first letter, the sound of the first letter should start with either vowel sound. When it is vowel sound, you will know that the article is going to be han. But when the first letter starts with consonant sound, you will know that the article before it is going to be he. So let me start with the article han. You will say an egg. Another example, an elephant. Another example, an orange. So those are the example. We still have many more examples, but just note that for you to use article han, the noun that allows the article the first letter of the noun should start with the vowel sound. That is the important thing you should note. That is why in the example you have an egg, you have an elephant, you have an orange. So that is one thing you should note. Now going to article he. For you to use article he, the noun that allows the article the first letter of that noun should start with consonant sound. Now let's look at this example. A book, a book, a ruler, a pencil. You can see in those examples we use a book, a ruler, a pencil. So those are the most important things you should note before you use article he or article han. The noun that allows the article, note the sound of the first letter of such article, of such noun. It is the sound of the first letter of such noun that will determine the article you are going to use. It is that sound that will determine either you are going to use article a or article han. So that is why you need to note the example we use. We said an egg. You can see an apple, an orange. When we come to article a book, a ruler, a pencil. So that is one thing you need to note very well. Then we have few exemptions. Let us look at the word honor. When we spell the word honor, we spell it as H O N O U R, honor. But the article that will come before the word honor, we cannot say a honor. We rather say an honor. An honor. Why do we say an honor? Because that first letter H is silent in the pronunciation. The H is silent, is not pronounced. So the pronunciation starts from that ho. That's why an honor. Another exemption is hour. Hour. When you are writing hour. Another example is hour. Hour is another example. For instance, you cannot say hour, you will say an hour, because it starts with H also. That H also is not pronounced. The H is silent. In the pronunciation starts from the ho. It starts from the ho. So that is why it is being pronounced an hour. Look at the word honest also. It also starts with H. An honest man. An honest man. You won't say a honest man because the pronunciation also starts with O, not the H. The H is also silent. And we have other exemption too. Look at the word university. University. You will not say an university because the U that start the word university is being pronounced as U. The sound is U. So it means the sound of the first letter in that word university is a consonant sound. I told you should be checking the sound of the first letter before you will know whether you are going to use article A or an. That is the most important thing. Look at this word university. It starts with U, but what about the sound? The sound is university. University. That is why it is a consonant sound. That is why the article you'll be placing at the front of it is going to be a university. It's not going to be an university. So for you to get it right, every first letter of the word before the article, whether you are using article A or article an, check the sound. Is it a vowel sound or consonant sound? If it is a vowel sound, go for an. If it is a consonant sound, you go for A. So that is how to make it clear. There won't be any confusion. This is where I'll be stopping today's class. Hope you have gained one or two things. Please subscribe to my channel and see you in the next class.